Today I will talk about dating and relationships. And I chose this topic because dating and relationship after losing a partner, it's different. So going on dates can be challenging anyway, but dating after loss and grief can be really delicate. And more than 3 years ago, I lost my husband due to suicide. And this kind of loss is like no other, and grieving can be especially complex and traumatic. And they are saying that being bereaved by suicide can be described as grief with the volume turned up. And after a while, on top of my unbearable pain, losing my partner, I experienced a lot of feelings, mixed feelings of unworthiness, feelings of abandonment and betrayal, feelings of anger. And when I took the decision to put myself out there, like on dating sites, it wasn't because I thought I'm really ready. I had two reasons for that. And the first reason was to forget about my loss and grief, as I didn't want to go through the pain because it's like a really intense pain, and I would have done anything to avoid it. And the second reason was actually to get validation that I'm worthy of being loved and happy, to heal through a romantic relationship. So I launched for stability and love. Didn't know at the time that healing from within and self-love were the key to, get through this. And that's feeling enough for myself and knowing I'm enough for others is the way more important than seeking validation from others. But because I was so hurt and I was so angry, on what my husband did, I didn't realize that self-love and going through those emotions are normal. So anyway, I was a hurt soul that needed love, understanding, and compassion. And I went on the date sites, not knowing what to expect, because to be fair, I never dated someone that I met online. That wasn't in fashion like 16, 7 years ago. But when do we really know we are ready for a relationship after a loss, after a breakup, after a divorce? It's when we don't date the first person that is asking us to go for a date, even knowing it's not the right person. When we actually stop avoiding loneliness and sitting in the dark with our heart-aching, soul-destroying thoughts. And when we are raw and real about our fears and limiting beliefs, when we acknowledge the pain and well those feelings we have towards our loss, either through death, divorce, or breakup. Sorry. So anyway, it was a way out for me. I just wanted to seek the easy way out from a situation that I didn't know how to deal with. And as you all know, after experiencing a loss or even a breakup or divorce, we are quite vulnerable. So we may unconsciously attract the wrong type of partner. So we have to be really careful with this. A relationship has to be really a journey of discovery and growth. So the desire for love or a romantic relationship shouldn't come from a place of need, fear, or scarcity. Should come from a place of self-love. And then I've been through few relationships in the last few years, and from each of them I learned valuable lessons. Some of them were quite good. I learned the importance of not lowering my standards as a result of being with someone that doesn't match my expectations and my values, because that will lead inevitably to a breakup and suffering, either for them or for myself. I learned that giving too much and not respecting my own boundaries is harmful for my well-being. I learned that people shouldn't try to change to meet others' expectations. I learned it's not my responsibility to make anyone feel better about themselves. It's really theirs. I learned it's my responsibility to find happiness and contentment within myself, and the same goes for others. It's their responsibility to do the same. So, quite really useful lessons. I also learned that in the past, after I experienced rejection, I threw myself in the first relationship just to be with someone to heal my wounds. And that's totally wrong, I realized, because that was a repeating pattern. And then the biggest lesson of all was to trust my intuition. When my gut feeling says something is wrong, then it is wrong. And this would have saved me from having many nerve-wracking situations. And knowing what I don't want subconsciously teaches me what I want really from a partner. And I learned so much about myself this year because I have more time on hand to go through like a lot of self-improvement courses. I read a lot of books. And it's like I discover a new version of myself every day. You may wonder how that's possible. Well, since I'm practicing quantum flow, this method uses specific breath exercises, vibrational sounds, and specific body movements. It helped me open up to my intuition, to my potential, and to rediscover myself. It helped me to let go of my limiting beliefs and fears, fear of being on my own, fear that I can't find better partners, fear of being too old for finding my soulmate, these kind of fears. And quantum flow really helped me release a lot of past traumas, emotional blockages. I embraced forgiveness. I moved from survival to thrival. So I did a lot of work through quantum flow, and I really improved. And I'm quite surprised because I've seen a lot of changes within myself. And even if I'm still working on myself, but for the first time in my life, I feel really comfortable being single and not jumping from one relationship to another. And I'm pretty sure the right man will come my way when I'm ready to meet him. But until then, I walk my path. I carry on with my life and with my project. And keep shining my light. You know, it's just the way it is. And one of my friends, which is a relationship coach, Barbara Rubio, created a program called Life Code for Relationships. And from there, I took a lot of valuable lessons. So that was really good. And respecting my own boundaries and asking people to respect boundaries, that's very, very important. So yeah, that's what I learned this year, especially this summer over the lockdown.